rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the October 20th, 2025 Town Board meeting. Supervisor Ricard is unable to attend this evening as he's ill. So we're going to first start the meeting by opening the public hearing for the proposed local law to override the tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law 3C for fiscal year 2026. Just to clarify before we start, the override is entirely due to the creation of the Mount Hope Ambulance District. In the preliminary 2026 budget, the town-wide tax levy has zero increase, so there's no increase in the general town or highway budget. The tax rate for 2026 is actually lower than it is for 2025. There is a bill which is currently waiting for the governor to review, which was passed by both the state legislatures and supported by Assemblyman Brabennick and Senator Skoufis, which would have exempted the ambulance district from the tax levy, but it has not been acted on yet.
Just so you know, there are copies of the law here and the notice for the newspaper is up here also.
So the purpose of this hearing tonight is to listen to what members of the public and their opinions on the tax levy override. If anyone from the public would like to comment, please come up to the podium and state your name for the record.
Justine Julie, 28 Hawk Hill Circle. Is there any reason that reserves are not being used potentially if the funding doesn't come through?
Well, tonight's meeting is just to discuss the tax cap override. It's not to discuss the budget, but there is no funding that we're waiting to come through. If you wanted to discuss the budget itself, we do a public hearing coming up in the budget, or you can make it appointment with Supervisor Ricard's office.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Board member comments? Jim?
No comment.
Chris?
No comment.
Amanda? I do have something from Supervisor that he could send to me because he couldn't be here tonight. He wanted to share that he provides his full support for the law. This local law to override the tax levy limit is simply a procedural step. It doesn't raise taxes. It just gives the town board the flexibility we may need when we adopt the final 2026 budget. The actual budget will have its own public hearing on November 3rd, where residents can share their comments before it is adopted. The tentative budget is already available for anyone who wants to take a look at the town clerk's office as well as online. There are a few key points of the 2026 budget. The town tax-wide levy is zero. There is no tax levy increase to general town-wide or highway budgets. The town-wide tax rate for 2026 is lower than 2025. The only tax levy increase comes from the new ambulance district. This override is simply a safeguard, not an increase, and it ensures we can continue to provide reliable emergency medical services and protect the safety of our residents. Just once more, I'll just ask if anybody in the public has any comment.
Diane Loganville Jodisel. Based on Paul's comment, so is it still the case that if you don't pass this local law and you exceed the tax cap, the state takes the money, the difference? And that's why he's calling it a protection?
That I'm not sure on. Scott, do you know that?
Yeah, there's, under current law, you're not allowed to exceed the tax cap. So this is, if you feel that you may be exceeding the limit, this is the general way you have to do it. You have to pass a local law before you adopt your budget that gives you the flexibility.
Right.
If not, it's punitive as far as you're correct, you can't exceed it. So we would be, they'd be hamstrung with the ambulance and all the other expenses.
The reason I ask that is in past years, not in probably the last 3 or 4, but the village has always passed this local law, just as a protection. We've never exceeded the tax cap, so it didn't matter, but it was my understanding that if you did not pass that local law and handed in a budget that was above the tax cap, that they would cap you, and any other money which would still be collected from your residents would be sent to the state. So, I mean, it's really,
I mean, it's my understanding that we would have to revise the budget we have now if it wasn't passed tonight. We would not be able to exceed the cap.
okay,
Am I understanding that correctly?
okay. But the cap, and did I understand that there is no increase in the tax to the residents?
The town
This is just because of the convoluted formula that they use to figure out the,
Correct.
okay.
And to
Okay,
be-
then
Just for clarification, as I think supervisor's comments were previous, the creation of the ambulance district has a cost to the town residents.
Yes.
It's a special district.
yes,
But right now, that value gets added to the actual general budget amount, so that's
Right.
why there's a question about maybe technically exceeding a tax cap. There's a bill before the governor right now to carve that out, there'd be no need for this.
right,
But
yes,
right now, because of
yes.
the ambulance district creation and what's gonna cost, that's why there may be a question of where we're gonna fall into the budget, and if we're gonna exceed or stay under the tax cap.
Right.
And that's why you need to have this law in
But-
place.
Yes, but what I was asking is, even with that line item added to the budget and the cost that the ambulance is going to be, it will not cost the taxpayers additional, is that what you're saying?
No, so the townwide tax and the highway tax remain the same. There is a cost for the ambulance district.
So that's a separate budget all of its own?
It's a separate budget line, just like,
Okay,
we don't have it in the village, but they have a Mount Hope Fire
Yes,
budget line, or
yes,
Howell's Fire
yes.
budget line. It'll be a separate budget line.
even though it's townwide?
Yes.
Okay, that clears up some stuff, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else from the public? Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make the motion.
In a second? A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Can I get a vote on the proposed local law to override the tax levy limit established in general municipal law, section 3C for the fiscal year 2026? Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second? A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Does that need to be a roll call, Scott?
No.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the prior meeting minutes? We have two. First for the October 6, 2025 board meeting.
I'll make the motion.
In a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Opposed? And then we also have the October 14th, 2025 budget workshop. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make the motion.
In a second.
I'll second
All in favor?
it. Aye.
Opposed? Correspondence, Kathleen?
Sure, I have the recreation report, the budget modifications for October 20th, the supervisor's report for September, the resolution for the court, application for funding from the Justice Court Assistance Program, and the municipal shelter inspection report that was completed on September 18th for the Humane Society of Port Jervis. That was satisfactory. That's all that I have.
Okay. Committee reports, board member reports, just start with you, Amanda.
No report at this time.
Okay. Chris?
Really, the only have, this past weekend, Menacing Valley Youth Football League, had the last home game, and, the parking situation was a little nuts, but the police department I reached out to, and by the time they got there, it was, totally taken care of, so I appreciate them doing that. And I know Andrew had alerted me about some issues, so we took care of that before then. Really don't have much else, except I just wanna say, like, when you're driving right now, be careful of the deer. There's a lot of deer running right now, so, don't ask me how I know, but there's a lot of people hitting deer, so just be safe out there and be aware, especially when it starts turning dusk. And that's all I got.
Jim?
Just a couple of reminders, if you have anything on the electric board you want me to get on there, please let me know, and I'll get that on there as soon as possible. Andrew, let the guys know, great job on trash week. Great job, dropping stuff off, they're great. And the last thing I have is Otisville, youth basketball program is starting back up, so, this Wednesday, the 22nd, at the Otisville School, and the 29th. There's sign-ups from 6 to 9, ages 8 to 13 for boys and girls. And that's all I have.
I just had two quick things. This Saturday was the Mount Hope Historical Society's annual trippy train. They did a great job as usual. It was very well attended and put together nicely. And then we are also still accepting trunk sign-ups for the trunk or treat. Andrew?
Good evening. Just wanted to go over the fall trash cleanup, the totals. It was $455 collected, and the highway guys did 38 senior citizen trash pickups. And then there was also 7 e-waste for electronics, 7 of the boxes filled, which will be getting picked up tomorrow. And then I just want to thank the guys again. They've been putting a lot of time in with the finishing up the road work and also the ambulance building and the park stuff and just trying to get everything done, plus the cleanup. So I just wanted, they're doing a great job. I appreciate it.
We appreciate it,
Yes.
Andrew.
Thank
They've
you.
been really busy, so they've been doing a great job.
Andrew, is that number higher or lower for the senior pickup, or about the same?
I'm not sure. I think it's about the same.
Okay,
It's usually around 40, I believe.
okay.
What about the pickup, the electronic stuff, boxes?
I don't remember what it was in the spring. I could find out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else, Andrew?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Mike and Kurt are not here. The police report, recreational report, Kathleen, I think you have something to.
Sure, she wanted to say that Halloween teen night will be, or was on 10/10. There were 15 teenagers, all went well. October 11th was a spooktacular family night, everything went well, there was over 100 people in attendance. Trunk or treat will be October 31st, so far 10 trunks have been signed up, including the town Republican Party. November 8th is the veterans presentation, and November 28th is the tree lighting. And that's it.
Thank you. Go to the Otis Fest. Diane, you're the only one here. Do you have anything? No? Okay. The ambulance district does not have a report from us this time. They did last meeting. They'll have one again next meeting. Moving on to old business, Hidden Valley, Paul did send me something quick. The manhole work was just finished. Last week, he and Jason did a walkthrough around the plant with the operator on coming up with a pre-winter plan. That and the manhole work report will be done for the next meeting. New business, we have the Justice Grant Resolution. Kathleen, do you have that?
So you need a motion and a second that the town board of the town of Mount Hope authorizes the Mount Hope Town Court to apply for a JCAP grant in the 2025-2026 grant cycle in the amount of $2,696.77.
Can I get a motion to approve the Justice Grant Resolution? Is Kathleen right?
I'll make the motion.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then can I get a motion to approve the September Supervisors Report?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next on the agenda, I don't know if anyone is really aware, but for the bicentennial, we had food provided for after the parade for all the parade participants, and the Otisville Lions Club had volunteered to cook the food as well as provide the food. So that was a tremendous donation to our event, and it really relieved a lot of pressure in the town on having to get that all together. So we do have a certificate of appreciation here to present to the Otisville Lions Club. Jim Jennings is the president of the Otisville Lions Club, so we'll give this to you now and then we will. Thank you, right up. I still take a picture.
Oh, okay.
Can I get a motion to authorize paying bills 41 and 42?
I'll make the motion.
Get a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Public participation?
Hold on, you have to do the budget lines.
Oh,
Okay. Do you want to read those, Kathleen?
Sure. There's a lot.
Okay.
So, increase A 1989.4, other general government support, contractual $3,000. Decrease A 1990.4, contingent, $3,000. Increase B 3620.4, safety inspection contractual, $603.16. Decrease B 8020.4, planning contractual expense, $603.16. Increase A 1110.4, municipal court contractual, $74.83. Decrease A 1110.2, municipal court equipment, $74.83. Increase A 1220.4, supervisors contractual, $109.21. Decrease A 1220.2, supervisors equipment, $109.21. Increase DB 5112.2, permanent improvement highway capital, $25,123.56. Decrease DB 5110.4, maintenance of street contractual, $25,123.56. That was overspending of CHIPS money. Increase A 1220.4, supervisors contractual, $50. Decrease A 1220.2, supervisors equipment, $50. Increase A 1110.4, municipal court contractual expense, $25. Decrease A 1110.2, municipal court equipment, $25. Increase A 1440.4, engineer contractual expense, $3,600. Decrease A 1620.2, buildings equipment, $3,600. Increase A 1989.4, other general government support contractual expense, $3,000. Decrease A 3310.4, traffic control contractual expense, $3,000. Increase SS 1989.4, other general government support contractual expense, $1,000. Decrease SS 8130.4, sewage treatment plant contractual expense, $1,000. Increase A 9010.8, state retirement, $6,300. Decrease A 9060.8, hospital medical, $6,300. Increase A 9015.8, police and fire retirement, $600. Decrease A 9060.8, hospital and medical, $600. Increase DB 9010.8, state retirement, $4,600. Decrease DB 9060.8, hospital and medical, $4,600. Increase A 1110.4, municipal court contractual expense, $285.66. Decrease A 1110.2, municipal court equipment, $285.66. Increase A 1220.4, supervisors contractual expense, $500. Decrease A 3120.4, police contractual expense, $500. Increase SS 1989.4, other general government support contractual expense, $6,000. Decrease SS 8130.4, sewer treatment plant contractual expense, $6,000. Increase A 1989.4, other general government support contractual expense, $5,000. Decrease A 3310.4, traffic control contractual expense, $2,000. Decrease A 1990.4, contingent, $1,000. Decrease A 7550.4, celebrations, $2,000. Increase A 1910.4, unallocated insurance contractual expense, $16,500. Decrease A 1420.4, law contractual expense, $1,500. Decrease A 1620.2, buildings equipment, $8,000. Decrease A 1990.4, contingent, $3,000. Decrease A 3120.4, police contractual expense, $4,000.
Do that without a break, Kathleen. Can I get a motion to approve the budget as read by Kathleen?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, now we're really gonna move on to public participation. If anybody from the public has anything, please come on up to the podium, state your name. Chris will be timing it, it's limited to 5 minutes.
Very,
Great, sorry.
very.
Just being generous today.
Village of Otisville, just a reminder, this Friday from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Pocatello Firehouse. The Pocatello Fire Department is putting on a paint and sip. It's $50. It includes all the supplies you need for the painting. It includes one free drink. It includes light refreshments. We're going to do a 50-50 and a small turkey track. you need information, there is a flyer up on the bulletin board, it's posted on Facebook. You can get in touch with me through Facebook, or, if you have other ways of email, if you have other ways of knowing how to get in touch with me, I can get you information as to how to get tickets. Or you can show up, I think, at the firehouse that night.
Thank you, Mary Beth.
And all those funds, some of those funds above and beyond what we had to pay to host the paint that is going to the Mazza family who lost their father, brother, uncle, police, fire captain back in August. Help pay for funeral expenses and such.
Thank you.
Anyone else from the public?
For Mount Hope seniors, I could have saved this to the next meeting, but just in case I don't make the next meeting, I wanted you to know, we do have our last trip of the year on Wednesday, November the 5th, so the parking lot will be full. We have a full bus, so it's gonna be a lot of cars, but hopefully when we were here the other day and all the people were coming in with the trash, we weren't in the way. They're pretty good about sticking to the side and the front, but if I don't get here to announce it, you'll know that day, and that will be the last one that we have for the year.
Where are you going, Diane? Thank you.
This, I could talk for half an hour. We're going to Hunterdon Hills Playhouse in New Jersey.
Nice.
That wasn't where we were supposed to be going. We were supposed to be going to the Brownstone in, also in New Jersey. That show got canceled. They offered us a different date that you didn't like that show, so then we weren't gonna have a trip, and then at the last minute I found out there were tickets for the next, I had papers all over my desk. Cancel this trip, add this trip, but now we're set, the bill is paid, we're going.
Good.
So, it should be, they do a wonderful Christmas show, and it's the opening day of the Christmas show too,
Nice.
so that'll be good.
Well, enjoy it.
Thank you.
Anyone else from the public have anything to say tonight? Okay. Any board comments as far as we are in this time, Jim?
Just wish everyone a happy Halloween. That's it.
Yeah.
Same. Early voting starts this Saturday, 25th. And that's all I have.
Just be safe with the kids on Halloween, that's all.
Yeah.
It's a Friday night.
Yes. Hopefully it'll be nice weather.
It's not-
Yes, exactly. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:23?
I'll make the motion.
A second? All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, you got a number.
I know, I saw that.